Hey guys, Caitlin with Gravel here. Today we are flying from Boise, Idaho to Lisbon, Portugal. This trip is especially special because I'm actually almost 7 months pregnant. I'm 27 weeks right now, 17 hours of travel with stops in between. We've got 2 different stops. We're gonna do this trip a little bit different. I packed a few different things and I wanted to bring you along for that to show you kind of how to be the most comfortable while you're flying. And I feel like I should just say this, of course anything in life is a risk, so please do as you feel best. I know some people choose not to really travel at all during their pregnancy. Some people choose to omit it after, 5 months or something like that. It's completely up to you, and see, this is something I'm choosing to do. I've talked with my midwife about it, and this is something that's been a part of my lifestyle for the last 10 years. My husband is from Portugal, so we're actually going back to Portugal for the first time since we met there in 2020, and we're super stoked to, of course, take our child there pretty soon one day. But let me go over the items that I'm bringing specifically to help your pregnancy be a little bit more comfortable on this flight. One of my first tips actually starts before you even travel. You want to take the week leading up to your trip to uptake your electrolytes and make sure you're hydrating, make sure you're eating nourishing foods, whatever that means for you. My midwife really made sure to emphasize all of those things. I've gone on multiple international trips during this pregnancy, and every single one, those are the notes she's been able to give. Bring a carry-on or something that you can put a backpack on to wheel around the airport. You don't want to be completely stuck to carrying your backpack. For me, I carry a lot of camera gear, which means my bag is just definitely heavier than the average person, and so with that I make sure that my backpack can go on top of my carry-on luggage, and then I can just push this around the airport super easily and I have no weight on my back. Of course, this one kind of goes without saying, make sure you book the aisle seat because you are probably peeing a lot more than you did pre-pregnancy, and you don't want to have to deal with asking someone to get up every single time. If you're traveling with someone, that does mean that they become the middle seat sitter, but my husband's super cool about it, so we're thankful for that. Another super important thing is to get up and walk every hour of the flight. I typically, on really long haul flights, will sometimes just keep sitting and fall asleep, but my midwife made sure to say to get up every single hour and to go for a walk. This one I feel like is pretty obvious, but just a reminder, wear the comfiest pants you possibly own. I religiously travel in the Outdoor Voices Rec Trek pants, and I've continued through my whole pregnancy, and because my stomach isn't very big, it hasn't become uncomfortable or anything, so I just keep wearing them. And I love them because they're really breathable, they don't get sweaty, you don't feel gross, you stay fresh, and yeah, no regrets so far. Another vital one is to drink water like your life depends on it. You do not want to get dehydrated. You do not want to get traveler's diarrhea, which happened to me at about 5 months pregnant when we went to Mexico City. And that was just a horrible week that I had to deal with. And I do think it was probably caused from dehydration and obviously eating foods that you're not used to, drinking drinks you're not used to, things like that. So always try to stay hydrated as much as humanly possible. Another thing that goes with that, which helps with obviously keeping away from blood clots and swelling, is going to be wearing compression socks or compression leggings. I've been told that the 20 mils of mercury pressure, not really sure what that even is, I just took it from my midwife and rolled with it, is really good for you. You don't want to go any tighter because then you're going to be very uncomfortable. You don't want to go any looser because they might just not do anything. This one for me has been do or die in my first trimester and now just entering my third. It is to always have snacks on hand because the moment hunger hits, usually nausea comes with it. And when you're traveling, you just want to avoid nausea, of course, at all costs. So I make sure to always pack snacks so that I'm not reliant on the flight attendants when they choose to come, because I've also been on flights where they can't come because the turbulence is so bad. So then you just don't get any snacks. So pack ahead. Another thing that we kind of live by, which is always ask, worst thing you can be told is no, is if you don't have an aisle seat booked or anything, just go up to the actual gate agent and tell them hey, I'm this many months pregnant and I would love to sit in an aisle seat. Is that possible? And if you're nice and kind, they will most likely get you into a good seat. I would consider myself to be a minimalist. I definitely recommend that you actually splurge on the amount of stuff that you travel with while you're pregnant. That doesn't mean bring too much, but it means make sure that you're prioritizing comfort. So for me, that's a neck pillow. I usually avoid traveling with those because they're just so annoying to deal with once you're in your location. But
Definitely for longer travel days, bring anything that's gonna help you just be able to actually get sleep, because that's gonna help you not get sick and just feel better overall. Of course, the gravel travel blanket, which my favorite mode of the gravel travel blanket is that it actually converts into like a pillow, which I use behind my back like as like lumbar support, and I feel like since being pregnant, that's been a huge game changer for staying comfortable sitting for long periods of time. Another tip is to always bring anti-nausea medicine that you know you can take, or just really any medicine that you know that you can take that's safe for pregnancy. I didn't realize until I was pregnant that basically like every medicine is a no-no. So make sure you bring the ones that you know you can take in case anything happens in your location, if you get sick or if you're feeling nauseous on the airplane, anything like that. Just plan ahead. Okay, we're about to board our flight from Denver to Dulles, and Denver Airport has an outdoor sitting area. So nice. So getting some sun before we're on a flight for 3 hours.
Attention on the concourse. If you were on delayed flight 15.
Okay, we're about to board our third and final flight from Washington, D.C. to Lisbon. It's like a 7-hour flight. The last 2 flights were pretty easy. I'd say on the last one, which was 3 hours, my legs were definitely a little more crampy, but I wonder if it's because I'm wearing compression socks for the first time, like high compression socks. So I just made sure I walked a ton, and I had to pee so many times. I kind of did that on accident, but on purpose, so it was great.
Okay, I will say that was definitely a lot harder to fall asleep. That flight was 7 hours. It was a lot harder than usual. I think it's because my stomach, like, I just didn't know where to put my hands to get comfy, because then it put weight on my stomach, which is not very comfortable when you have a baby in there. Says I'm very happy that I had my neck pillow. I probably would not have slept like at all without it. So that was tough, but we made it. We're in Portugal. We're back in Andre's home country, and the first place we actually ever met in 2020, which is pretty fun. Alright, we've made it to Lisbon. I'm currently out here on the balcony. The view is amazing. And now we just have to conquer the battle that is jet lag and not falling asleep, which I am very tired. So that's going to be quite tough, but we're going to do it. And I hope this video was useful for you if you are a pregnant lady who's expecting a baby soon and you still want to keep traveling, and that's something that goes along with your lifestyle. If so, make sure you comment below, say what's up, say hi. We're just building a travel community here. Super stoked to share this with you, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.